Welcome back, everybody. My name is Ace. This is the Wolf's Garage channel, and your watch begins with Despot Game, a auto battler roguelike game once again, with minimal meta progression, but much more resource management planned into it all. We'll get to that in just a second. But this game has been played before by me, as you old-timers might remember from many moons ago in my live streams. I think it's been months now, if not longer. I've played this game when it pretty much became publicly available in early access, and I've beaten the game several times then. And it was quite a success, I'd say, as far as auto battler roguelikes go. Now, the game has changed a little bit, features have been altered, balance has been adjusted, perks have been created. So it's about time we might revisit the game for the YouTube channel, as the game is about to come out of early access and actually being released. Or at least that's what I've been hearing, somewhere next month. That is September, if memory serves. The game is going to come out of early access and be properly released. So if you are curious about games like these, we're going to dive in. Now, I did say that there's going to be minimal meta progression and much more resource management. Now, if we start a new game, this is pretty much the meta progression. Your starting point, that is the meta progression. You get to choose with how many minions you choose and what kind of classes they might already have at the beginning. As you can see, I've got a bunch unlocked, but there's also like some other stuff you still have to unlock. I think the only one that I still have to do is Cooking Show here. But aside from that, I have all the beginnings. There's also difficulty settings or variants in playstyle, like easy, hard, Hunger Games, mutagens, which is much more passives. I like to run that, brawl. Like, you have a bunch of variations of the playstyle. Let's do tons of mutations. I like tons of mutations. I like passives. If you watch my videos, if you enjoy my streams, you know that I enjoy augments, I enjoy passives, all that good stuff. So I definitely find this to be one of my more favorite game modes. And medieval, why not? Why not? I feel like that is appropriate. If you look at the bottom left, Storm is ready for a good battle. So let's just do this and see how far we go. Let's see if the video will go somewhere, if the run will take us to great heights or just massive disappointment. Now, as you can see on the screen itself, you have your basic unit information, their defenses, their offensives, their item of equip, which determines their class. You got a bunch of synergies here on the top. Newbies are essentially the naked people. And then you have, depending on what item they have, they get a class. This is a tower shield, which is a tank item. As you can see, we have one tank. And then if we have multiple tank units that are unique, because you do need to have unique items, not two of the same. I believe, yes, as it says, different item. So we need to at least have 3 before they achieve the ability to taunt. Like there's like specials like that. At least 2 to make sure that they can dodge. And then we have a mage as well, which gives them access to Thunderbolt. I think one of my most successful runs ever was with a mage. So maybe we should just do mages. We also have food, which is your resource that you have to maintain. Hence the resource management. If your food goes down, they get hungry, they get upset, they go dead. Dead people don't do damage. This is the amount of numbers you have. This is the DNA tokens you've got, which is pretty much your currency. You buy minions, you buy items. You also invest in this little talent tree, which is very important. Like, I wish this talent tree was more meta progression outside of the game, but no, this is the talent tree inside of the game. You actually have to spend your currency to upgrade. And there are some really, really good ones, like energy vampirism, which is really nice if you go mages. You have regeneration, which is health restore after each. And there's a couple of ones that are just really, really nice like that you might want to consider getting. Like maybe also one more altar room is also really good. So yeah, it is fairly difficult to make a decision as to where you want to go, because some of them actually enable your units to actually just become broken as all hell, especially if you have like chance based abilities or mana based abilities. Energy is just the mana steal. I don't think if there's life steal anymore. There might be. I haven't seen it. I know there's the regen here. But yeah. Depending on the build you go, you also have to adjust your talent tree. Let's just start at the beginning. We have our tank in front, our DPS behind, and our ranged DPS also in the back, so it should be fine. Now, the only thing you have to remind yourself of during just the basic combats is that damage carries over. So you do need a healer. I think healers pretty much are always useful. And there you go. We now got ourselves a healer with a nice little healing ability. Let's see what they have. Humans receive level 1 heal with different items required for new abilities, so they just become bigger, better, faster, and stronger if you have more healers, which is good because you want many healers. Alright. Because yeah, like the health carries over, so if you don't have a healer, you're just playing a game where you're going to lose everything at some point. That's pretty good. When healing grants 80% attack speed for 5 seconds. I don't mind that, because we're planning to get a lot of healers. And that's just free attack speed at that point. I don't hate that. Let's go. Little trash man over here. Alright. Ooh. Each time humans' active ability is used, a random enemy takes 50% damage. Or 50 damage. That's a really nice ability if you have a lot of spell casts. Hence the mages coming quite useful, because every single time they cast, they also do AoE damage, basically. And if you have a lot of casts going on, you might understand that is quite the power. Also, if our mages cast, right? It would imply that there's more damage coming out, so nothing is wasted. Very lovely. Alright. So far, so good. Now you can see which passives apply to each unit, which is very lovely. This is, for example, one of the new things that I have not yet encountered back in the day, is that I can heal people, or even resurrect individuals, which is very lovely, based on these items you can hold in the bottom left here, next to Storm. Do I want to heal people? You know what? Let's heal, because my tank is almost dead, right? So let's just... There you go. Now my tank is not almost dead. We can also speed up the game here, which might be useful. Just so we can get a little further, right? Which is not a terrible idea. Do I want to reroll? Or do I want to upgrade? Which is another thing. Much like an auto chest, if you want better units at a different shop, you have to upgrade. Let's upgrade here. We're looking for healers. We're looking for tanks. Maybe we are looking for mages. Are we looking for mages? Are we looking for mages? Let's look for mages. Alright, so we have to buy the item. And we have to buy a minion. And then we equip the item to said minion. And then they turn into a mage. Not realizing I already had that type of mage. So I just wasted a little bit of money. But that's the thing you learn. Or you keep making the mistakes like I do. I actually don't mind getting this. Let's go. I suppose you could also just buy the items if you want to have backups, right? Because once you die, there's no real way to get them back in any traditional sense. Go to Steam, buy a rabbit in a hat, a laser sword. Let's just do that. Because then neither of them are good items that I needed. That's a new... Is that the same tank? That's the same tank. That is a new ring, though, but for 17. Sure, let's do it. Let's do it. I also have to start considering some other aspects of my build, of course, which is the DNA. But we are running low on points. I do like the idea of having more altars per room. So let's see if we can just slowly work our way to that as an investment for the late game. Why not? Here we go. Nothing here. That's alright. Okay, we're looking for tanks, healers, and mages. That's the dream. Nothing here. running low on food. Let's buy one. Let's go and see if we have a happy meal here, so to speak. That's a pretty happy meal. Ah, the big hole. A little event here. There are events like these in the game. Last I remember when I did that, the event was kind of lame, and I got a unit that wasn't really all that useful. I wonder if they indeed balanced those things to be more useful. As you can see, we lost our tank. That is a bit of a problem. This bonus does not stack. Let's do a reroll. Ooh, a tank one. Can't move or attack when it's active. That is a bit of a problem, isn't it? But it is a taunt, so we do want taunts. We'll get there. Alright. We just have to find another shieldy boy, and we should be okay. Another healer, but we're not looking for that right now. That's another healer. Very good. Let's buy 2. Tank, healer 3. All right. As you can see now, we have level 3 heals, which makes our heal quite decent. Assuming they get their abilities off. It is what it is. Oh no, they immediately ran to my backline. That's a bit of a problem. The sparks are doing quite a bit of work. Love that. Restore 30% maximum health to all units. That's a weak raise obedient on a free tile. An obedient Khalid. Let's see what that is about. Ah. Alright, Doctor Who is crying. Let's go. See if we can maybe get a few more things. You're just in the back now. You want you in the front. Okay. Yeah, you can also do summon builds. There are perks that give you summoned units, but there's also straight up actual units that summon other creatures, which can make for quite a tank line. I have no idea which one this was. There was a correct answer back in the day for that one. But for now, our answer is to get another tank. Very good. Which means we are 1 tank away from getting our passive to be active. Let's get an upgrade here. We'll do 1 roll. We did get these. So our healer group is doing quite well, which is nice to know. And we'll pick up... we need 3 more here. So we'll pick up this to get more health. Yeah, sure. And then we get the next one to unlock the next tier. So we have a little bit more health now, which is going to be good because we're going to also fight more units. Lovely. I do like these tricksters though. They're pretty good. That's a tank, but it's the wrong tier tank. And we need cash anyway because we just spend a bunch. Also, food. I just realized our food is quite low. Yeah. We could lose a few pounds, surely. What is this? Healers have to evade enemy attacks. That's huge. Ooh, that's nice. I kind of want to get our healers to be protected, though. Tank healers? Battle medics? Let's go. Alright. We're doing pretty well so far. We're holding the line. We lack damage, but we have sustainability. We'll do that. And with that, we'll also fight these guys and get some food. Because my people are being hungry. Yeah, hungry enemies or hungry fighters are indeed debuffed, which is a bit of a problem. Okay. So that should be okay. Let's grab 1 more health, which unlocks the next tier. So we'll grab the sale button. which makes items a bit more cheap. And then we'll pick up more armor. If everything is more tanky, our tanks are more tanky, our battle medics become tankier. Oh, that is... Melon or watermelon? Watermelon. No? You didn't like the watermelon? That's fair. All right, let's move down. Our food is definitely going faster as well because we have more units. We have to be wary of that. All right. Very good. The Shaman Club is kind of a big deal because that's the tank mage. Which, of course, is your value. I think it's a very familiar unit for most people. For most people. We'll do that. We'll go down. We do have 3 mages now, so we do have our Thunderbolt. As you can see, now we can cast massive amounts of Thunderbolt. Now, if you have the right build, it just spams Thunderbolts constantly, which is insane. And if you can constantly spam your abilities, things like Spark are also constantly triggering, which of course is super good. It's all coming back to me right now. Do I want to do a reroll? I do want to do a reroll. Ooh, another healer one? Healers heal allies from a distance? Tanks taunt the whole room. Oh, they're both really, really good. But I think healing from a distance is probably quite good. It looks like we are definitely doing a bit of a healing run. That's okay, because healers are important for every build, so we can just transition to anything we want at some point. Ooh, there it is. We finally have our 3rd tank, which will give us our taunt ability, which of course will give us access to the stone wall. And that's going to be good times for our tanks, because it's much, much more armor. But they can't move. So that other trait we had, where they can't move while taunting, but they taunt the whole room, that's going to be the next most important part for our build to not completely become or fall into shambles. Although, let's be real, our healers are pretty good tanky now as well. So I can't really complain about that. Now, as you can see, levels are also happening to our units. So the longer you have a unit, the higher the level they will become, the stronger they are. So it is also recommended not to make this sacrificial play style. Unless you want to sacrifice newbies, which are just like the naked people. You can throw them to the mix. I don't think anybody's going to care too much about that one. Do I want to get another mage? A part of me does, but a part of me also wants to get more armor. Let's get some more attack speed and some more armor, because we do have to get to that at some point. Oh, I'm hungry again. God, I have too big a group. I'm constantly hungry. Need to work on that. Uh-oh, my healers are taking damage, but that's okay because they have evade. And we have a bit more attack speed. It's all good. Speaking of mages, mages slow an enemy's attack speed by 30%. That's also pretty good. All units have a 50% chance to use an active ignore its cooldown and mana cost. That's also really sick because that synergizes really well with random sparks. Let's do it. Let's go casino. A little bit of Casino Royale. Why not? RNG is a reliable thing and totally does not bite us in the butt, right? But tools like that will be our win condition basically in the end. Because it also works with our healers, right? Which then triggers the sparks. Now with mages it's interesting because it triggers the Thunderbolt, which is quite the power move. Alright, we have a little bit more food. Nothing like some nutritional fries and burgers to fill an empty stomach. Alright. The healthcare associations are screaming out, but that's okay. We can't hear them. We're too busy eating. Bosses are not doing a lot of damage because we have a lot of armor and a lot of health. They just last quite a long time. Kill the enemies in a room. Doesn't work in rooms with bosses. Oh. Oh, so you actually have to... Yeah, you can only hold 2 buttons. That's a shame. Can you... Yeah, you can't drag it out, so you just deal with that. So we'll get the kill button. Maybe we can use it on like an elite group or something, like an elite run. Giant Spire, kill it with fire. Still recover from its debris, lost 30% health. That's okay though. Better to lose some health than to die. It's another fridge. Let's buy the fridge. I can't... Yeah, re-equip you. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get you to start leveling. Hit one upgrade button. And then move down. And then maybe I have to start sacrificing this unit. Because I really have no use for it. So if I can just kill him. Sacrifice him. It's gonna be quite decent. Although he's of course absorbing all the heals right now. If there are more enemies than humans, each enemy gets 10 armor for extra enemies. That's nice. Once per fight, fighters, nope. Mage has a 20% chance of knocking back so much. Okay. Ooh. Do I want to do a knockback? No. I should have taken the knockback. Why did I not take the knockback? Damn. That's the RNG. Sometimes you have to make a decision to get something you want. Because I was looking for the tank one, right? That's the one I was after. Oh, he got teleported and again smacked around. Moving down. Okay. Come on. We're doing quite well. Ooh. Ooh. New tank and a new healer. Now we're getting into like the high-end tanks and the high-end healers. That's the angel, yep. Okay. Now we have 4 tanks with a level 2 taunt. We have 5 healers. We almost have all healers. In fact, we have all healers. So, yeah, that's really nice. Let's actually get some food here, shall we? Let's do that. Because we don't have enough food to sustain our team right now. Because we have so many units. I like how that little one trickster is still successfully holding out. It's an impressive feat in its own right. I wish I could just sacrifice them. I thought I could. I simply don't remember how. I mean, there are events where you can sacrifice, I'm sure, but... Oh, I'm sure they will die at some point. They always do. Nothing really here, so that's okay. Let's go kill a boss. Maybe he will fall. Okay. God, our damage is so low. This is just the tank build. Effective though. Alright. Teleport you to a random room on the level. Returns you to the start. Nope, we don't need any of those because we still have to. Okay. Yep, our big tank is here, is healing. Robot still doing decent damage. What is this? When healing, healers restore 30 mana to the target. That's more abilities, which means more chance to proc multicast, but also random sparks. We're just gonna heal people to death. That's it. I'm not kidding. I believe if memory serves, there's actually an ability that makes it so that, or a perk that makes it so that healing does no healing anymore, but instead does damage. Although that would mean that we have no healing anymore, and that seems like a scary notion, doesn't it? There's a bunch of events. You can pause the game if you wanted to see them. Do I? No, that's the same ring we already have. You know what? I think I'm just gonna take another armor. And we'll... Oh, I don't have enough. Was hoping to have another mutation roll. Oh, yeah, this is another event we can possibly do. Where we have to find him. And then we get benefits from that. Or we can save him by allowing him to go. We can follow him. He went to the right here. So. Okay. Don't actually need that heal right now. But I'm afraid if I use the destroyer, it's going to bite me in the butt. If I use it too early or too late. Let's move. Yeah, we can still follow him. Ah, yes. Dr. Octopus. Bring it. Alright. Our damage is truly... You know what the worst part is? It looks like it's alright, but we're playing on fast mode right now. Just let that sink in for a second, right? Ooh, I think that's the highest tank as well. So we'll definitely want to buy that. It's very appropriate that he has a coffin, I suppose, isn't it? Which means we have 5 out of 5 tanks. Level 3 taunt. It is quite a lovely feat. Yeah, I still want that AoE taunt. Find 30 tokens. We have never seen you. Death will pay more. There you go. Death will pay more. We kill his allies, so we only have to fight him now. Easy. Get some money for the road. Let's turn in our event. Because as you can see, we could get 30 tokens, which is the currency. Or we can go here. And then we can achieve this perk. Which is, cultists can now summon zombies from dead bodies every 5 seconds for 10 mana. Remember when I said earlier that there is minion builds? There you go. Now, if you don't play cultists, you know that's the event you got. You know you can get 30 coins for free. But if you do play cultists and you do want to play minions, there you go. Cthulhu backed up by zombies. Not a terrible nightmare. Running low on... I mean, they eat like nearly 20 food a turn. I should have taken that perk where they eat less but move slower. Might have been a better move. Stand in place for 10 seconds. No. Ooh, what is this? Receive 30 plus to attack. Sure, DPS tanks. Why not? We'll turn him into bruisers. Another big boy. He does a lot of damage, but as you can see, we have so many healers. And they're doing so well. They're so potent. They're so competent in healing everybody. It is a delightful experience, and they're just falling. Ooh, that is... There you go. I now remember my favorite build. That's what I meant with healing, with attack lifesteal. At the beginning of the video where I couldn't find it. It was a perk. I mistook it for the wrong thing. There you go. Tricksters have dodge. They have lifesteal. There you go. Ooh, Fireball is also really good, because that's another ability they can throw. So if they have enough mana and Mana-regen or Mana Steal, you can see how they can just bombard people, right? There you go. Bunch of Fireball at the beginning to open up, which I believe triggers all the other stuff as well. So yeah, if we could get access to that energy steal and that life regeneration, probably wouldn't be a terrible thing. Ah, there's that energy sword that they referred to earlier. We already have that one. So, yeah, we actually don't need the regeneration with these many competent healers. So, let's see, it's the same icon as well, energy vampirism. That's why I got confused. It all makes sense now. It all makes sense. Need 100 for more rooms per altars. Damn. It is quite expensive, but so good though. If you get that early, how good is that? How good is that if you get it early? But then again, is it really good if you get it late? Because there's less rooms, right? Less rooms. Although we're still very much in the early stages of the game. Wow, this boss is just not having it, is he? Here you can really tell how good that RNG damage is if you had enough to work with. Alright, we did lose our Trickster, finally. Our tanks are holding out, but as you can see, we're just not doing a lot of damage. We have the sustain. We just lack the magic power. We lack the mage. If we just had something to attack that backline, we would have been fine. Because that's where most of the damage seems to be coming from anyway. And 50 damage random is quite lovely if you are constantly spamming. Which is not what's happening here. Because they are out of mana. Aren't they? Yep, out of mana with no mana regen. Because we don't have that particular mana perk. So now we're just slowly getting eviscerated. Because I forgot that I also need mana regen. Or some kind of sustain for that mana. And we didn't get the vampirism yet. But I do believe that there's an energy regeneration perk. And if you're going to play around abilities, it is one of the tools you need. But do you see how slow we die when our tanks were still alive? Now it's a little less, of course. But there you go. You forget one thing in the build. And, yeah. It is a painful experience. But there you go. Despot's Game. Next time, I'll just do Tricksters with Lifesteal. How's that? Tricksters with Lifesteal seems a lot better. Damn, I really thought I could just out-tank everything, only to forget that I do need mana to be able to do that. Damn. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed Despot's Game. It's going to be out in about a month from now at the time of the recording of this video, if I am not mistaken. Check it out on Steam. It should not break the bank, but it can break your entertainment. That doesn't make any sense. I was going for a segue here, but I think what I should just simply say, thank you for watching. Make sure to hit the subscription button on the YouTube. Check out the Twitch channel. That's where my main source of content is. And I will see you guys next time in whatever next video comes to the channel. Have a good one. I'm out!